The Night Agent, The Agency, Back in Action, Ponies, Jack Ryan, and Spy Coast are some of the upcoming spy movies and series that we will discuss in this, our November 26, 2024 edition of Spy Movie News. Hi, this is Dan from SpyMovieNavigator.com, and here is all the spy movie news you need to know. Upcoming spy movies and series. Let's start by talking about a show that's been renewed and has its season 2 airing in January 2025, The Night Agent. We've told you in the past episodes about the Netflix series The Night Agent. In fact, in our October 2024 episode, we told you that season 2 was upcoming this winter, but we didn't have a release date yet. That's changed. The entire season will drop on Netflix on January 23rd, 2025. So fortunately for us The Night Agent fans, we don't have to wait too long. Also, we've learned that Genesis Rodriguez will be joining the show for season 3. You may know her from her performance as Josephine Carrillo in the TV series Lioness. Day of the Jackal. We've told you about the Eddie Redmayne and Lashana Lynch-led series, The Day of the Jackal. It's still in its release cycle, with just Spain and Sweden still to come on December 6th. The series set ratings records for Sky UK and is doing well here on Peacock in the US. Given the ratings, it's not surprising to see that it's been picked up for another season. We're interested to see where they may take it. Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin. Next up is a movie that just hit theaters this past weekend on November 22nd, 2024. Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin is based on a true story dating back to the late 1930s and Adolf Hitler's ascendance to power. The tagline for Bonhoeffer is, "When a pacifist is called to a political act that could change the course of history, how will a man of honor respond?" This is the true story of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a man who preached love while plotting the assassination of an evil tyrant. With world-shattering stakes, Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin begs the question, how far will you go to stand up for what's right? This one sounds intriguing and is on our list to go see. The Agency. In our October spy movie news, we told you about the upcoming series, The Agency, which is based on the French series called Le Bureau de Légende. It is based on a CIA agent who has been undercover for many years. This series has a very strong cast, including Michael Fassbender, Jeffrey Wright, Catherine Watterson, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Richard Gere. Well, Dominic West has been added to the cast in the role of the director of the CIA. The first 2 episodes will air on Paramount Plus with Showtime on November 29, 2024. It will have its TV debut on December 1st. Paris Has Fallen. U.S. fans of the Fallen movies starring Gerard Butler will soon be able to stream the spin-off series called Paris Has Fallen. The series debuted in the UK in September, but it is coming to the U.S. on Hulu on December 6, 2024. Not surprisingly, Gerard Butler isn't back for this. Tufik Jalab and Ritu Arya will be in the series. We called out Arya in our review of the Netflix movie Red Notice as one to watch. Fans of the Umbrella Academy will know her as Lila Pitts. The series centers around an attempt to stop a terrorist group. The leader of the group is played by Sean Harris. Fans of the Mission Impossible movies will recognize Harris as the villain Solomon Lane. So, once again, Harris gets to play the bad guy. Harbin. Also, in our September 2024 spy movie news, we told you about the Korean spy movie Harbin. We told you that it would be released in December. They have set a release date of December 25th, 2024, but it will only be released in Korea and Singapore on that date. We have not seen any information on the UK or North American release. We'll keep you posted if that changes. Back in Action. Cameron Diaz has finally come out of retirement. One of her first movies upon her return is the Netflix comedy spy movie Back in Action. Joining Diaz in the movie is Jamie Foxx. The logline for Back in Action is, years after giving up life as CIA spies to start a family, Emily Diaz and Matt Fox find themselves dragged back into the world of espionage when their cover is blown. January 17th, 2025 is the release date for this one. You can find the trailer for this movie on YouTube. Jack Ryan. According to an article on cinemablend.com, Amazon MGM Studios is working on a Jack Ryan movie based on the character from the Tom Clancy novels. And yes, John Krasinski will be back in the lead role. It looks like Wendell Pierce, who was in the Jack Ryan series with Krasinski, and possibly Michael Kelly will be in this one. Contract negotiations are ongoing for Kelly. It's been 10 years since Shadow Recruit, so it will be great to see another one of these movies. As is common lately with these streaming companies making movies, there has been no release date given. And we don't know if there will be a cinema release or if it will just go to streaming. We'll keep on top of this one and let you know when we find out more details. Ponies. Hallie Lou Richardson and Emilia Clarke will join forces in the Peacock series Ponies. The official description of the series is: two ponies, persons of no interest in the intellectual speak, work anonymously as secretaries in the American embassy. That is, until their husbands are killed under mysterious circumstances in the USSR, and the pair become CIA operatives. B. Clarke is an overeducated Russian-speaking child of Soviet immigrants. Her cohort, Twyla Richardson, is a small-town girl who is as abrasive as she is fearless. Together, they work to uncover a vast Cold War conspiracy and solve the mystery that made them widows in the first place. Just like with Jack Ryan, we'll let you know when we hear about release dates. By Any Means. We just saw Mark Wahlberg in the Netflix spy movie The Union. Well, he's coming back for another spy crime movie, this time with Sterling K. Brown. It is called By Any Means and is based on a true story. As Deadline.com tells us, the movie is based on the incredible true story of the notorious mafia hitman who was hired by Hoover's FBI off the books and partnered with a young black special agent to hunt down those responsible for the murders of civil rights leaders in 1966 Mississippi. This movie is not supposed to start filming until March of 2025, so there is no release date yet. As usual, we'll keep you posted when one is announced. The Spy Coast. Amazon MGM is working on a new series called The Spy Coast. It is based on the novel of the same name written by Tess Gerritsen. The official tagline for the series is: Maggie Bird's idyllic life as a retired spy in rural Maine is upended when her former agency comes asking questions about her final mission decades prior. With the help of her fellow retired spies, Maggie is forced on a globe-trotting mission to discover the shocking truth behind what happened on her last mission all those years ago. So, once again, we're seeing more retired spies unretiring for a mission. Ugh, okay. Will someone please tell me when we all get bored with this often used trope? Anyway, this series is just in development, so we don't know when it will be released, so stay tuned. BADH. Maureen Vaquith is taking the lead role in BADH, which Variety calls a Taken-style action thriller. This is another retired Secret Service agent who has to come out of retirement and pick up her old identity, BADH. Of course, she's a badass assassin and operative. BADH is set to be released in France in late 2025. Upcoming movies we aren't sure are spy movies. In the last month's spy movie news, we told you that 2 movies are generating some buzz, but their stories are being kept under wraps. So, we don't know if they are spy movies, but they're being helmed by Christopher Nolan and J.J. Abrams, respectively. It makes us wonder. We still don't know what the movies are going to be, but the casting announcements are coming fast and furious. And they're not helping us out if they are spy movies. This month, Christopher Nolan's movie has brought on Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, and Robert Pattinson. And J.J. Abrams' movie has brought on Emma Mackey, Samuel Jackson, Jenna Ortega, and Glenn Powell. If we find out what the stories are, we'll give you a little heads up and let you know. Upcoming movies that are still expected to be released in 2024. In our September edition of Spy Movie News, we told you about the upcoming historical crime thriller starring Jude Law and Nicholas Hoult called The Order. The movie brings us an FBI agent who must bring down the group called The Order in the 1980s. The Order has premiered at several film festivals and hits the Russian market on December 5th, 2024, the U.S. market on December 6th, 2024, and Turkey on December 20th, 2024. Upcoming spy movies with 2025 release dates. There are 3 spy movies for which we already have release dates that are expected to be theatrical releases. Many of these movies have changed their release dates, but this is the current schedule. On April 11, 2025, the Rami Malek, Rachel Brosnahan, Holt McCallany, and Lawrence Fishburne-led movie The Amateur will be released. This is based on the Robert Little novel, The Amateur. A movie based on this novel came out in 1981 and starred John Savage, Christopher Plummer, and Martha Keller. We hope this version scores better with the critics than the original. On May 23rd, 2025, we will finally get Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. A trailer has dropped for this movie, but we are purposefully not watching it. We thought the trailers for Dead Reckoning ruined that Mission Impossible movie for us, so we'll stay away from the trailers this time. June 6, 2025 is the expected release date for the Ana de Armas spin-off of the John Wick series called Ballerina. There was a Korean movie released in 2023 that had the same title and just a slightly different plot. So we'll wait to see if this 2025 Ballerina just feels like a rehashing of last year's movie. Movies not currently getting sequels. 2 movies sequels spy movie fans have asked for, but are not currently scheduled to appear anytime soon, if ever, are Sicario 3. In our September 22nd edition of Spy Movie News, we told you that Sicario 3 was in development. We also quoted actor Josh Brolin as saying that the script has been written and rewritten, and he joked, "We may be 80 when they finally do the film." Well, according to an article on MovieWeb.com, it doesn't look like Sicario 3 will be forthcoming. Script and scheduling problems are getting in the way. Atomic Blonde sequel. Also on MovieWeb.com, we get the bad news that a sequel to Atomic Blonde is unlikely to be. The article puts it this way: although there is a lot of enthusiasm out there for a sequel from fans, stars, production team, and seemingly everything else apart from those arguing over who will make money out of it, Atomic Blonde 2 seems to be frustratingly on hold, despite originally being discussed back in 2020. James Bond news. We have nothing new on the next move on the James Bond front, but Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson have been awarded the Irving G. Thalberg Memorial Award. This award is a Lifetime Achievement Award for producers. You may remember this award from the Academy Awards. Well, this award is still associated with the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, but it is now presented at the Governor's Awards, not the Oscars event. Our friends at Spy Command tell us that the Thalberg isn't an annual award. Only 5 Thalberg Awards have been awarded since 2000, before these awards for Broccoli and Wilson. As a side note, Albert R. Broccoli, Cubby, received the same award in 1982, with Roger Moore presenting it to Cubby. Daniel Craig did the honors this year. In memoriam, we've got to look at some of the stars and impact players in the spy movie world who passed away. Vic Flick. Wow. Guitarist and composer Vic Flick has passed away at 87. James Bond fans will know Vic's name as he was the guitarist on the original James Bond theme song used in the first James Bond movie, Dr. No. Okay, take time to hum the tune and give him honor. Bond fans love his work. He also is credited as a guitarist on From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, The Ipcris File, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, The Man with the Golden Gun, License to Kill. Our favorite quote from Flick when talking about his work on the James Bond theme is, quote, "Monty Norman made hundreds of thousands of pounds. John Barry made millions from the spin-off. I got 7 pounds, 10 shillings for playing on it." Unquote. Ouch. Stephanie Colley. Costume designer Stephanie Colley has passed at the age of 60. Spy movie and TV fans will know her designs from the 2024 movie Argyle, the 2022 movies The 355, and All the Old Knives, the 2019 movie Angel Has Fallen, 2017 Stratton, as well as 2016 movie London Has Fallen. Timothy West. English actor Timothy West passed at the age of 90. He was prolific on stage, screen, and radio. Spy movie fans may know him from his performance as Berthier in the 1973 movie The Day of the Jackal, Porton in the 1978 remake of The 39 Steps, Taylor in the 1970 movie The Looking Glass, and Retrievus in the 1967 movie The Deadly Affair. Tony Todd. Actor Tony Todd has passed away at the age of 69. He was probably best known for his performance as Candyman in the movie of the same name, or Captain Darrow in The Rock. He had a very busy career with 246 actor entries in IMDb. For spy movie and TV fans, Todd also played General Benjamin Juma and Detective Michael Norris in the TV show Redemption and the TV series 24. Dan Hennessy. Voice actor and director Dan Hennessy has passed away at the age of 83. He's probably best known for his voice work on X-Men. Hennessy also performed in 65 episodes of the Inspector Gadget animated series. He also did one-screen acting in TV series such as Seeing Things and the movie Sudden Fury. And finally, Toyin Machinga. Actress Toyin Machinga has passed at 82. Machinga had movie and TV credits under the names of Karen Machinga, Damian Brody, as well as Toyin Machinga. Spy movie and TV fans will know her as Mrs. Bennett in the 1976 movie Raid on Entebbe. She also played multiple characters in the TV series The Wild Wild West. All right, that's a wrap. You're now caught up with all the spy movie news you need for the last month. This is Dan from SpyMovieNavigator.com and our podcast show, Cracking the Code of Spy Movies. Please help us out and subscribe to our show through your favorite podcast app. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you spending time with us.